So we're sitting in the 2024 Tesla Model Y Performance Quicksilver, which we did have some, kind of see it. We got some matte Expel Stealth PPF put on the vehicle. Came out amazing. We changed this to matte on here because you can do those sort of things. That looks good. Basically looks like what it looks like. Unveiling going to be coming soon, and we'll tag it right up there when it is. But for now, we're replacing the steering wheel. Our friends over at Tesstudio sent us this replacement wheel, and it looks amazing. We've done a ton of replacement wheels in the past for different vehicles. This one by far looks the best and matches perfectly, even though we're not doing carbon fiber, because sadly they don't make carbon fiber replacements. We can get a cap, but I don't like caps. I like the whole replacement ordeal, kind of bougie there. But we're gonna go ahead and do this matte carbon fiber wheel. It didn't come with the innards. I had to get all this separately, or I could have taken it out of the stock OEM wheel, which is what usually happens. We got the module, we got the heated steering wheel, all that good stuff. Might have to go ahead and force this down a little bit more so the bag fits accordingly, but we'll pass that when it comes time. First and foremost, it's a little intricate to get this thing off, especially if you've never taken your wheel off before, because this is torqued down with a 10mm bolt, I believe it is, and it's pretty on there. You need a breaker bar pretty much. And if you look down there, we have something of the sort, and it is forceful. Second, we got to go in here. You see those dots? That's where you release the airbag from, using an Allen wrench, which I happen to have right in here. The 4 works perfectly. Let's see, number 4 in here is so 3 should work, or 5, I should say. If you look at these numbers down here, 5/32, 3/16, works perfectly to get that off. Try to stay closest to the outside over here when going in, because that's where the spring mechanism is. It's not forward, it's riding on the back, or if it slips off, you might be stuck a little bit. But let's go ahead and pop this off. And a lot of people shut this all down. From what I understand, I've done tons of these, and from what I get is impact is what makes these things go off. It's a type of G-force. It's not like electrical malfunction or something. Like, something has to hit in order for this to go off. I could be wrong, but then again, knock on wood, it's never gone off for me doing this. So if you feel like you need to go in here and do all that, go in the back and shut it off under the seat, the high voltage, go ahead and do it. I'm not gonna. But then again, I'm stupid. So let's get this thing off. All right, so we did pop out the airbag. 2 hands to do, but get you some needle nose pliers, nice rusty ones like this too. And what you do is, it has these 2 spots right here, like any clips, and if you do them at the same time and pull out, it comes out accordingly. You can see that's a little marred up right there, huh? I think we're gonna have to tape that a little bit, but in any case, we also have to do the same over here. Easy enough. Needle nose pliers, perfect, does the trick. So on to the next is the Torx bolt right here. They say to use some sort of Tesla specific torque when putting this back and all that. I've just winged it and never had a problem. Again, stupid here, but go ahead and get you a bar, put this in, and counterclockwise turn it, and hope for the best. It's going to take a little bit of force if it's the first time. Second time, it won't be too hard because it won't be on that hard, or that much, I should say. But this time it will be. So let's go for it. All right, so we took the bolt off. actually wasn't that bad this time around. It's been on way tighter before in past models, especially my 2021 Model 3 long range. That thing took me and my wife holding the wheel and this to get off. It wasn't that case. It was on there, but it wasn't on there extremely tight, which is good. Next, you just kind of wiggle back and forth on the wheel, trying not to, this has got a certain thread mechanism. Don't turn and go crazy with it. Just kind of wiggle both hands back and forth. Put one hand here, put your other hand here, and just wiggle back and forth. It'll come off. Just don't force it. Just let it do its own thing, and if that makes sense. So let's get to that right now. And just like that, we're in a robo-taxi. Nope, that comes out next month, supposedly. And I don't think it'll have stalks. Be weird if it did, right? Well, here's the wheel that's going in. There's the wheel that's going out. Let's go ahead and maneuver this one on. Basically, same thing in reverse. Go ahead and line these up, and then strategically put it in. It does have teeth, and this is an OEM wheel. They just refinished it and stuff, so it should slide on, really easy and whatnot. So let's go for it and see what happens. All right, it slid right on perfectly. Actually, one of the easiest ones I've had to do. I did tuck this down here better. Remember, we got a clip in down here. I'm hoping that the bag does bypass this little area right here easily. I'm going to try to tuck this actually a little better, but other than that, that's the only thing that worries me is that thick wire. This is a heated wheel as well. I'm going to test that out right now and make sure that it does heat up, because we do have it hooked up right here. I did test the sound. Sound is working perfectly. So I don't think they went over into the carbon fiber area with the heat. Yep, it is definitely heating up right away. Yeah, carbon fiber is not heating up, which is good. I'm going to end up taking this wheel out anyway when it comes to the winter time. But, for that, that definitely is heating up, so that's perfect. Heating wheel mechanism is working great. It's actually hotter than the other one. And it is 80 degrees out here in Rhode Island right now, but I got the AC on, so I can definitely feel it. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing mounted back. Easy as that. Looking good. Let's go. All right, we got the bolt back on, and just as in reverse, go ahead and put this yellow back in there, pop this on, and it should work perfect. Let's see what happens. And just like that, the wheel is in. I went and tucked this away a little better, which was very easy. And then it's not down here that creates the horn mechanism. It's up here, because that's where no one presses right down here. We press up here, so as you can hear, easy press. The wheel feels amazing. This leather is great. In comparison, it's actually leather for here, so let's see how that wears. But this carbon fiber really feels good up here, and definitely down here. We got the inserts. The only thing is I'm gonna go into over here and go to lights, and I'm actually going to turn off the steering wheel lights, because they don't need to be on anymore, because as you can see, there's no cutout right here for the steering wheel lights. But I would suggest going in here as well, and you can see the volume is turning up and down with the scroll wheel. Not to leave music on, but it's going to new music. Let's turn that down. No copyright infringement. Next, let's press in. It does come up for here, for hands-free type stuff. Go over here. It does show, if we press left to right, for the distance for autopilot, full self-driving and whatnot. So definitely go through and test everything, and then next, take it for a test drive. That's what we're gonna do now. So let's go. Getting windy out, huh? The wife's got some clothes out. Shiny red ball, Jay. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, so we're taking a little ride with it, seeing how it feels and whatnot. What are my thoughts on this wheel from our friends over at Tesstudio? I have to say, I like the more pronounced bottom on this performance model. That kind of gives it a little standout for being a little sportier. It does have it, a little bit on the regular wheels. This one seems to be a little more pronounced, as you can see. And also, the leather here is nice and kind of grippy. It's tacky without feeling gross, if that means anything. Also, the carbon fiber is just really legit looking. It's definitely hand laid. It does have semi imperfections, which will happen with any hand laid carbon fiber. You can see one right there. Well, not really. It just looks good. I mean, it is what it is. It just looks amazing. We definitely have some nice carbon fiber up at the top. And this is what stands out here. How do I state this correctly? All right, so what happens with these wheels are they get an OEM core and they make it their own. They strip it down and it has like this molded body right here. And usually what they do is just keep that molded body and then go ahead over with it with carbon fiber, then epoxy it, make it either glossy or matte or whatnot. Same down here. Down here you can feel where it was just overlaid with the OEM wheel. Up here you can see how it's thicker here, and as it goes over it gets thinner, then thicker there again. They shaved this down, and in past models that I've had from other brands, it's kind of thick up here. Gripping it is it's thicker to grip, and you feel that, and it feels okay, but misplaced. It doesn't feel as good as a thinner, more natural, cohesive wheel that we know all over our driving experiences for years and years and years. I've been driving for 30 years, and some wheels are thicker than others. This one is not, and it feels good. It has the ridges in the back for putting fingers and whatnot, so you get that little grippiness on it. It's not just flat back there. And if you're a 6 o'clock, or I should say 12 o'clock driver, like I am, I'm like 12, 1 o'clock, it feels good and natural. Before, in the ones that are just overlaid and it becomes really thick, it felt, like I said, misplaced, out of place. It didn't feel natural. This wheel feels natural and even better than the OEM wheel. The leather on the OEM wheels, after a year or two, gets that gross fake leather feel that we all know. This, if you take care of it, add some leather conditioner or whatnot, because this is real Napa leather, it won't do that. Granted, you have to take care of it, but it won't. This up here, you take care of, it'll be great forever. And again, the heated wheel is not up here in the carbon fiber, so that won't crack, because heat on carbon fiber going back and forth over years, heat, cold, in extreme Rhode Island temperatures will crack that, especially down here as well. Not anymore, because it's only over here, where other models did have that up here and throughout, because it was the OEM wheel entirely. So, back to my conclusion. Go ahead, reach out to Tesstudio, get you one of these wheels. Use code JTheDev at checkout. Save not only money on this wheel, but save money off your entire cart. They have sales all the time. There's one going on right now for Independence Day in the United States. Take advantage of it. Grab this wheel. Grab it. Load your cart up and save up to 20% at a given time. Sometimes even up to 25%. So, shout out Tesstudio. Thank you for sponsoring this video and sending this wheel out to us. Great product. A lot of people are going to love it. show you love to Tesstudio by heading over there. Link is in the description. See you on the next one. Peace.